Hello class, my name is Brenden Romero, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Apple brand audit. Apple's mission statement states, Apple designs Macs, which are the best computers in the world, along with the OS X, iLife, iWork, and professional software. Apple leads the digital music revolution with its iPods and iTunes online store. Apple has reinvented the mobile phone with its revolutionary iPhone and App Store, and it is defining the future of mobile media and computing devices with iPad. Think different is Apple's main logo. A little introduction about Apple. Since its establishment in 1976, Apple has developed from a small business selling computers into a standout amongst the best and most profitable brands in the whole entire world. Shoppers all around see the brand as being one of the most absolute best on account of their earth-innovating product offerings, their fruitful advertising projects, and their capacity to separate themselves among other contending brands. These components and traits are the center viewpoints that make up Apple's image value. Apple has dependably been known for releasing inventive, user-friendly items that have turned out to be a great degree in terms of popularity, and especially in the business sectors. They are the leading power in the business sector for consumer gadgets, and their stock is into a great degree in terms of demand. Besides their exceptionally effective advertising and circulation procedures are capable of making purchaser observation that make Apple image an exceedingly trustworthy symbol. Through these center components and properties, Apple as a brand has seen its worth skyrocket throughout the years. By keeping on actualizing and enhancing these fruitful projects and techniques, Apple's image value will keep on developing and prospering from the years to come. The portfolio objectives. Thinking different and better wasn't wishful thinking for Apple. It was an accurate expression of the company's soul. And of course, the ads were perfectly simple, just a striking image and wonders of the words that stated, think different. Steve Jobs had just returned, and his first task was to bring back the spirit that had driven Apple to past glory. He wanted the world to know that Apple's values hadn't changed and that great things lay ahead. I believe that we made the campaign so successful that it was authentic, he stated. Revolution by revolution, Apple has helped ordinary people do extraordinary things. But the cumulative effect of Apple's revolutions have had more far-reaching effect. The company has actually helped elevate the public appreciation and demand for the design and simplicity of the Apple brand. By industry standards, the company has highly competent workforce, especially in the key lead positions relating to creative design, innovation, programming, analysis, and financial oversight. They consider how these products can make your life better, how they can help you. Other companies who try to go after Apple's dominance notoriously push their products out in hopes of gaining market share. Some succeed and others mostly fail. But in the end, Steve Jobs created a legacy of quality. Apple's products are the benchmark by which others are measured. Apple attempts to increase market demand for its products through differentiation, which entails making its products unique and attractive to consumers. The company's products have always been designed to go ahead of the curve and compared to its peers. Apple uses a retail strategy called the minimum advertised price, or MAP. Minimum advertising prices policies prohibit resellers or dealers from advertising a manufacturer's products below a certain minimum price. MAP is usually enforced through marketing subsidies, which are offered by a manufacturer or its resellers. The brand portfolio. Many of you all know Apple's recent venture with Beats Electronics, which totaled out to about $3 billion. Many state marketing is about its values, but people always say Apple is a marketing company. No, Apple is a company with values, but whether you like their values or not, that isn't the point. The point is that they have values. They stand for something that are consistent with their values. That's why Apple has been hugely successful for the last 2 decades. Tim Cook and his team knew what they were doing when they merged the offer with Beats. And the acquisition has progressed relatively smoothly. Through the integration, and results have come about a bit more slowly than anticipated. The venture seems very prosperous in the terms that Apple have put out with the merge so far. Apple could probably make waves in both the music subscription and premium headphone markets on its own. In the case of the Apple Beats acquisition, Apple needed a music streaming service. As you could tell on the chart below, Apple had focused mainly throughout the years prominently upon its user devices. So for Apple to jump with this music streaming service so that iTunes could compete with Spotify and Google Play, this also gave Apple street cred that came along with Beats and the opportunity to expand the company's existing product line. But Beats is very, very good at being cool, whether you like them or not. Just continuation on the brand portfolio, a little bit into the segment of branded house. You have what we call Promise, which is the ease of use with electronics. Then there's Strategy, which is technology made simple and consumer friendly. You have the Story, which technology doesn't have to be intimidating or frustrating. Freshness, 10 years of product innovation that has changed the world. Experience, and that starts with the consumer experience. With this lies positioning, brand plan, communication, innovation, and cultural operations, something Apple focused on throughout its brand portfolio, going from the brand to the consumer. Apple takes complexity and makes it so simple that everyone can be a part of the brand name and they're pushed towards the future. Here is a little more continuation of the brand portfolio on the different Apple products that are offered. Brand defining roles. Given how savvy Apple generally is about its marketing, it's tempting to seek more reasoned explanation for the creation of the I sub-brand. Apple has remained effective through their value and development to remain distinctive and ever-evolving amongst its competitors, a reason why for its major takeoffs. Apple incorporates diverse technological brands with a premium pricing procedure. Every one of the brands is exceptionally effective in the business sector, particularly the iPod, the iPhone, the iPad, and the MacBook, and iMac as well. Apple dependently concentrates development and new outline, and with the little time they have to dispatch all new models in their brands to keep their products on the top of the game. The iSub brand does focus specifically through independence, nonconformity, innovation, ease of use and simplicity, people power over technology, exceptional user experience and awesome interfaces, and superior customer service. As many of you all know, the I is lowercase and is renowned and usually identified by that specific purpose of identifying different Apple products. And to me, that is a very important sub-brand that they have offered and that has taken the company to many new platforms as far as jumping into mergers and new agreements with different products. Many consider Nike a good example with their iPod and the Nike Plus. It's just given Apple a lot of opportunities, and I feel it is a pretty well-known sub-brand. there are brand attributes that I feel incorporate towards Apple. Apple has kept up with its high value and development in their terms that make Apple distinctive and an effective brand, relaying off of what I just said about their sub-brands. Taking after the qualities of Apple that make it the world's number one brand. I feel these attributes are specific to Apple's nature. You also have competitors, of course. Throughout the years, the Apple iPhone has received renowned criticism amongst its competitors and other users of different phone types. You have the BlackBerry, which has promoted their image as refined and most recent savviest innovation for systems administration. BlackBerry has used the status of being the world classic and situated high inside of the business. Then there's Samsung, which is able to keep its position among the tip-top mobile innovation and one of Apple's largest competitors. Samsung items consist of components that are hunted by those who love technology. Samsung puts a substantial spotlight on features and specification on their items in their commercial. Then there's Dell. It has situated itself in the business sector as a contender to Apple, and it is affordable and is additionally easy to use. Then there's the Android, which is Samsung's prosperity and a huge piece of the pie, and because of most recent craze for the Android working framework. And then there's Microsoft. Another contender to Apple would be the Microsoft and their most recent operating system with the Windows Phone 8.1. All in all, in conclusion, clients think of Apple as their way of life and enthusiasm, and they utilize the items with a lot of excitement. Despite the fact that it's higher in price compared with its rival items, individuals love to utilize Apple's items because of its quality and personalization features. The Apple brand spread out sentiments of fun, fervor, and pride. Individuals who own Apple items dependably anticipate utilizing them with a great deal of eagerness. The brand, through its publicizing, has made a picture of being differing and colorful. This has been profoundly carved in the client's brains. The Apple brand spread out sentiments of fun and fervor and pride. This is what I feel is a huge factor that plays into Apple's prominence. Thank you for your time, and thanks for watching.